of you. So let's start the discussion of this chapter 8 that we were discussing electricity. So far these contents we have discussed so far in the previous 4 videos which are at your screen, that is electricity, its sources, electric power, transmission of the power, supply of electricity from substation to our homes, then distribution of power, consumption of electrical energy, power rating of common electrical appliances, electric fuse we have discussed, household circuit system, earthing, hazards of electricity, then safety precautions that you have to take while using electricity, static electricity, electric charges and their movement, conductors and insulators, methods of charging a conductor by conduction and by induction. And in the last video we were discussing about electroscope, its various types like pith ball and gold leaf. Then we have seen what are the uses of gold leaf electroscope, that is in order to detect whether the substance is a conductor or insulator, whether the substance is positively charged or is it negatively charged. So in the today's video the contents that we will discuss are atmospheric electricity, lightning, harmful effects of lightning, lightning conductor, safety measures to be taken during lightning. Okay, so let's see first of all atmospheric electricity. In year 1749, an American scientist, Benjamin Franklin, was the first who determined that clouds are electrically charged in a thunderstorm. So here it is. He had done an experiment. He made a kite of silk cloth. He fixed a pointed metal wire about 30 centimeter long at the top corner of the kite. To the lower end of the string of the kite, he tied a metallic key. Here you can see the metallic key is there, and a strip that insulates the string from the earth. Now during the thunderstorm, when the kite was high enough in the sky and his string got wet due to the rain, he obtained a number of sparks between his knuckle and the key. Here you can see the sparks are there. So what is the reason? Reason was the clouds get charged due to the friction, and this charge flows through the metal wire and the wet string to the metal key on which charge is collected. So in this manner it is producing the number of sparks. So when the knuckle comes near the key, it's get oppositely charged by induction, and when the metal key was touched, heavy charge flows to the earth through the body, giving an electric shock. So this was his experiment. Now what he assumed, what he came to know, that lightning is a natural phenomena that has fascinated people for ages. What is lightning? It is the rapid flow of electric charge through the air between two oppositely charged clouds, seen as an intense spark of electricity in the sky. So the American scientist Benjamin Franklin discovered that there is an electric discharge between the clouds that produce a spark, and electric spark between the clouds and the earth. So you can see in the background of this slide that I have shown you, this is the lightning phenomena that you must have seen in your day-to-day life. Whenever there is a rainy season is there and due to the thunderstorm, you must have seen this type of lightning. So why this is taking place? It is due to the rapid flow of electric charge, and when the charges are flowing, charge always flows when there are two oppositely charged bodies. So in that case, what is those oppositely charged bodies? Those oppositely charged bodies are actually clouds, due to which we can see an intense spark of electricity in the sky. Now what happened during thunderstorm? When a charged cloud passes over an uncharged cloud, then the uncharged cloud acquires an opposite charge by induction. So in the previous video we have discussed about the process of methods of charging a conductor. Of those two methods, one method was charging by induction. So in case of the charging by induction, what we have seen that a conductor can be charged without touching the conductor, another uncharged conductor, and in this process the charge which transfers to the uncharged conductor was actually the opposite charge, that of a charged conductor. So here when the charged cloud passes over an uncharged cloud, suppose the charged cloud was positively charged, then the uncharged cloud becomes negatively charged, or vice versa. Now what happens when two clouds, as we already knew, the opposite charges always attract each other. So when two clouds with opposite charges are close to each other, they attract each other and they combine to produce a large amount of heat, light and sound. So due to this heat produced at the time of lightning, the air gets heated up and expands suddenly. This rapid expansion of air sends a disturbance in the form of vibrations through the air, producing a loud sound, and the spark that is produced is called as lightning. And the effect of this lightning is very dangerous and it can cause fire and shatter the buildings. So whenever there is a thunderstorm or lightning is there, so you must have read in the newspapers also that a lightning takes place and it has burned some animals or it may have burned the buildings. So what is the reason? Because of the high amount of heat that is produced during the lightning. So due to the heat produced at the time of lightning, the air gets heated and expands, and this rapid expansion of the air produces loud sound that is called as thunder. So whatever loud sound you are actually hearing during the thunderstorm, that loud sound is called as thunder, and that is due to the rapid expansion of the air which is at a very high temperature. Now few harmful effects of lightning. As we already knew, lightning is not a desirable phenomena. So there are few harmful effects. It can cause fire and shatter buildings, resulting in a lot of destruction and damage to the property. Because it is carrying high amount of heat, so it can cause fire and shatter the buildings. It can burn trees and also cause forest fires. Okay, this you must have also read in the newspapers. Due to the lightning, the forest fire takes place. It can injure or sometimes even kills animals and people instantly. So due to the very high amount of heat, whenever it falls on some person or an animal, it can cause injury, or sometimes it may even kill that person or animal. Now what we can do in order to save the buildings from the lightning? So for that there is we can say a device. That device is known as a lightning conductor. So a lightning conductor is a long pointed metal rod fixed on top of the building that is to be protected. Suppose this is the building that we have to protect. So what is lightning conductor? This is the lightning conductor. It is a long pointed metal rod. Okay, we cannot use an insulator here. We have to use the lightning rod, that too on the top of the building. Lower end of the lightning conductor is connected to a metal plate which is buried deep inside the earth with the help of a conducting wire. So, and what we want this excess amount of charge to be flowed to the earth surface directly. So for that purpose, the lower end of this lightning rod is connected to a metal plate, and that metal plate is buried deep inside the earth, and we already knew this kind of phenomena is known as the earthing. So due to this earthing, whatever lightning falls on the building, it will come to this rod because it is the conducting rod, and the whole of the excess amount of the charge flows to the earth and the building is safe from the lightning. So in the rainy season, the roofs of the tall buildings and monuments become wet, so they become good conductors of electricity. As we already knew that water is a very good conductor of electricity, but pure water is not a good conductor of electricity. Okay, always remember, I am speaking only about the water that contains salts. Now due to the induction, the upper part of the building, that is the roof, it acquires the opposite charge, and this charge moves to the earth through the earthing system. Now what happens if the building does not have any earthing system? Suppose you do not bury this plate inside the earth surface, then what may happen? The large force of attraction between the positively charged clouds and the negatively charged roof of the building will attract the charge from the cloud to the building, and which may cause fire and damage the building. So since we know the clouds contain huge amount of charge, and due to this rod, it will attract a large amount of charge, and it will start collecting from this cloud to this rod, and which may cause the fire and even damage the building. So earthing is very necessary whenever we use the lightning conductor. Now there are few safety measures that we can take during the lightning. First of all, if you are outdoor and you experiencing the thunderstorm phenomena or lightning phenomena, that what you can do not carry an umbrella over your head, because umbrella will be wet, and if it is wet then it becomes a good conductor of electricity. Then that charge can easily collected on the umbrella, and since you are holding an umbrella, so it will flows through your body, so it will damage your body or you may get burned. Do not stand near the tall trees, electric poles, high-rise buildings or any metallic structure. Again the reason is same. If the building is tall, then the charge will accumulate on the tree, and if trees get burned, or it will transfer to your body through induction. Okay, if you are standing under a tree and the tree is charged, and if you are also wet, or even if you are not wet, we know that human body is also a very good conductor of electricity, so you may also get charged due to the induction from the trees or poles. Okay, you can take the shelter around the short trees. Do not lie on the ground, instead squat low on the ground with your hands on your knees and heads in between. The idea is you should be as small as possible to the ground, so that you are safe from the lightning phenomena. Stay away from all the water bodies, because water is an excellent conductor of electricity. So whenever there is a thunderstorm or lightning is there, so do not bath, because if you bath, then it may be a possibility that charge will come through the water and you might feel a huge amount of shock. Like this, here you can see. You can take this position, because of this position you will be the smallest target. Don't sit in the open vehicles. Stay away from the poles or metal objects. Take shelter. Do not take shelter below the trees, or don't be in the park. Do not walk on the open fields, and do not go to the elevated places. So if you are out and if you want to save yourself from the lightning, then you have to become the smallest target possible, so that you will not feel the lightning, or you is not affected by the lightning. You are not affected from the lightning. And suppose if you are indoor, that means if you are home, then what safety measures that you have to take? You should unplug the TV sets, computers, and do not use the wired phone. Okay, so whenever you are inside, do not use any electric appliance having the wire. Instead, you can use the mobile phones and cordless phones, again due to the passage of the charge through the wires. Do not take bath during thunderstorms and avoid contact with running water. So do not try to touch the running water during the thunderstorms, because it may contain the charge. Do not stand near the windows or in the balcony having metallic railings. So if metallic railing is there in your houses, or if your window is having the metallic, something like metallic in your windows, then do not stand near the windows, because again you might attract the charge towards yourself. So these are the few indoor safety measures that you can take. Okay, so squat in the low position, safest position during lightning if outdoor, and protection from overhead lightning while trekking in a group or open ground. Crouch small positions make us small, and if the gap is there, then that gap also reduces risk of mass casualty. So these are the safety measures that you should follow whenever you are stuck on the lightning. So this is the end of this chapter, electricity. Go through the videos, go through this video and understood the concept discussed, and also read the book. Thank you.